Get closer. Perfect, right there.
3.
Go. Oh my God, again?
Same work harder.
I got one. Damn it. Alright guys, what's going on today? I will be doing kind of an overview video of our entire wrestling practice for this day. Just so you guys can kind of see what kind of a Division II college wrestling program kind of practices. This is still our preseason. And now first we did a little warm-up, as you can see there, with run around stretching. And then we did some kind of foot fire drills. We did these for a couple minutes. And once again, this is an overview video. I didn't really grab the camera and, kind of really explain what's going on. But I'll just be commentating in the background for a little bit. So then these were kind of my favorite, for the drill. We did foot fire, and then we did sprawls, which I absolutely loved. And honestly, it's a great way to get your feet ready. And honestly, at the end of practice, when we did stance in motion, I was kind of doing that foot fire a lot. And I think that's really going to help, my movement and everything. So, I think that's a great way for us to warm up. So we did this again. I think we went through 3 or 5 times for sets. And then we went into a 20-minute flow where it was, so the Becker brothers were just talking to us about wrestling and how we can't stop moving, and we want to be constantly wrestling for 20 minutes here. And I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I'll just show some highlights and clips, kind of just getting into weird scrambles, just different positions so we can get comfortable with it. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to put on some music here, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Hey, Ross, sauce it up. Rain, calling on my phone. Baby, yeah, leave me alone. Rain, calling on my phone. Baby, yeah, leave me alone. Trust shit anymore. Yeah, I've been in my life, but it'll catch up. Shawty let me on the road, but it'll get up. New York City lights leave me right back home. I'm just trying to find my purpose and my soul. Man, I just really want it back, but they left her. Body up.
Alright, so we just did sparring for 20 minutes, constant sparring, so a lot of flow in there, but I think now we're going to do a lot of top-bottom sparring. That's what we got going on. Probably lost 20 pounds already, so we're pretty under, but
I was 30.
Almost 30. Yeah, we're working here. So now from here, Nick was kind of showing us different ways that we can build up from our base on bottom. So a lot of guys in the room are having a tough time when a guy has a leg in, whether it's, kind of all the way in, or it's like kind of in, but not all the way. But anyways, just different positions, how we kind of got up from our stomachs, and we get out from here, and we just did the sparring for probably 15 minutes and in a lot of different positions from here. So I thought that was very beneficial. So now we did, again, more of kind of the leg in, and also this was one of the positions where I had a lot of problems last year, and now you can see here we get in a position where we kind of scoot our butt down, we get separation, and then I kind of just hip over, kind of like almost like a side backflip over him, and honestly, I've been loving that position, and I was just like, you know what, why don't I do this all the time? I just got to get my hips away, got to get that separation, and I can kick back there. I think that's one thing that, I can really utilize in my wrestling repertoire, and I think that's going to really help me get out on bottom, especially when guys have the legs in. So now this was the last position we were working on. This is when the guy on top kind of has that ankle hooked, and now we were kind of doing escapes from the bottom, kind of different things to get away, and then we also did with the leg ankle hooked. When you're on top, you do kind of a cradle thing, but my camera here is about to crash, but that is kind of what we did with this position, but then we actually picked up with a game. So again, these are still preseason practices. Now, this was kind of the only practice we actually didn't really do live at all, but nevertheless, guys, we still ended with this game, and now we did tug of war, so we were really hyped. We've never done tug of war because we never had ropes. We never had kind of like, I guess, funding for it, so thankfully we were, and we actually had 4 teams, and, I think I was a sleeper pick. I got picked one of the last ones, but here we go. I'll show you guys the clips.
3, 2, 1, go!
So no, that team that we beat, they ended up schooling us the next 2 rounds, as you can see here. We kind of all slipped. It got so slippery in there, but we pretty much got demolished here, and that team ended up winning the whole thing, but we had another 2 more good pulls, so I think our team is definitely the second best team. That was the practice. Now let's get some sweat out of this. That was nothing.
Oh yeah.